Hello, straggler little street tough. As you guys can see, I'm in a different car. The Grand Prix blew the trans, so I ended up selling it. Got me a 2013 Sonic LTZ manual, old dinky 1.4 turbo. So far, this is a fun little car. I've only had it since September, so got a little bit done to it. Forged blow-off valve, or bypass valve. They essentially do the same thing. BNR wastegate actuator. ZZP cold air. Shifter bushings. Shifter cable clamp. BNR tune. ZZP exhaust, which I have their downpipe, mid-pipe, and straightened it all the way back to their muffler, ZZP high flow muffler. And then oil changed, AMSOIL. I think that's it so far. I can't really remember. So, got a little bit done to it, nothing too crazy quite yet. Probably here soon, E85 swap it just because gas prices seem to be jumping back up. Running 93 in this is nice, but I love how cheap E85 is, and my job has 2 gas stations, which I'm only going to go to one because they have true E85. I'll just go to them. But yeah, this is a fun little car. I'm actually glad I got this. No, it's not as fast as the Grand Prix. Grand Prix was definitely fast for what it was. It is getting fixed right now. I actually think it is completely fixed. So I'm super excited to see that run. Hopefully once I get enough stuff done to this that I'll be able to race against it. Hopefully win, I don't know. I doubt it. But I mean, this little go-kart's got some up and go to it. Posted in a while. I mean, this is a big change in setup from what I usually drove. I'm not a big hatchback person, but I saw this and test drove it. I really enjoyed it. I did test drive a 2012 1.4 Cruise, which was nice, but place I was working at didn't really want to help me get it because I was working at a dealership, but they didn't want to help me. They were being petty just because I found a new job. But yeah, this little car is pretty fun. One of the better sounding 4-cylinders I've ever heard. It sounds really good. And you wouldn't expect the noises that come out of this thing. It's very, very shocking. have a couple more parts I need to put in. I'm kind of stuck right now trying to figure out, excuse me, where to put my oil catch can from ZZP. None of the places where I tried to mount it worked. I mainly tried to stay on the right side towards the cold air and everything like that, but it just, you can't mount it anywhere. There's nowhere really to mount it. I was thinking maybe somewhere along the firewall, but there's just not really enough space. So I've got to figure that out. I really, coming up on 80,000 miles, need to do the PCV fix and or delete, whatever it is. I don't know. I have the kit for it in the back here, but I need to do that. Then I've got the big 4-power wire kit from ZZP. And I've got a couple things on the outside I need to do. Some stuff here and there. Gotta get tidied up before I actually really enjoy this. Just installed the shifter bushings last night. I'm thoroughly surprised earlier pulling out of the driveway. I didn't even realize I went into second. It's kind of weird because normally with these you can. But it's a fun little car. I mean, get some good gas mileage. When I change the E85, that'll probably, it will definitely change. Take a significant hit, but I'm guessing it'll still be better than the Grand Prix, because that thing was horrible when it came to gas mileage. I was gonna port out my own intake, but I'm gonna keep that low end torque, and then the cam will just compensate for that high end. So that'll be nice. Get the cams in, and then after I do that, big turbo, I guess. It's the only other thing I can really think of for this. See if I can get some. And you can get some really good pops in with this car too. That's one thing I love about it. Okay. Let's see if I can have a little bit of fun here. Definitely a fun car. I mean, it's not super fast by no means. It's not. The engine's too small to be fast, which I hate to say that because I love making things fast. Grand Prix is not technically supposed to be as fast as it was. That thing beat a lot of things that it definitely shouldn't beat. I'm hoping this thing will be the exact same. Going to be the plan. I know I went up against a Mustang not too long ago. Now that was embarrassing, but talking about a 1.4 versus a 5.0, I mean, obviously that's a giant gap. This thing essentially has no chance unless it was just completely built ridiculous. Just go-kart. That's what makes it so fun. That's going to conclude this video, at least for today. I'll try to keep in touch on the build. The Grand Prix will still be in a few videos. It's still local and still in the family, so that'll be awesome to be able to see what ends up happening with it and see how far it comes along. But yeah, more Sonic videos, more Grand Prix. Any questions, just leave a comment on how certain parts are installed, or just pretty much anything, just leave a comment.